think we all know by now that Melissa Barrera was done dirty by being fired. And it is true that she doesn't want to work with Spyglass again. But I now believe we could see her back as Sam Carpenter. Let's get into it. Welcome back, I'm Sippin, and while Melissa was fired simply because she spoke out on some heavy water issues currently happening, she revealed to The Hollywood Reporter that she would actually be open to reprise her role as Sam in the Scream franchise. But she had to specify. And just wait, because this isn't the only evidence leading me to this possible conclusion. Because Brother Bear, we just got something recently revealed at CinemaCon, and yes, this is foreshadowing.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
The Hollywood Reporter tells us, while she doesn't rule out a potential return to Scream, Barrera is realistic about the odds. I've learned to never say never, but also a lot of things would have to happen for Sam to come back, she says. For now, next page, next chapter, and then we'll see what the future holds. Basically, this means as long as it's not Spyglass at the helm, we could actually see her considering a comeback. Because she's cool with the radio silence fellas. I mean, she is in that new Abigail movie that was by those guys. And also, Spyglass are the ones that pulled her feet out from under her.
You're done. You're done.
She is not the only one that wants Spyglass to sell the rights to another team, as just about everyone also wants this to happen.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Not only so we can continue the Carpenter storyline, but because of how they did a real one dirty. We for sure won't see her in Scream 7, as they are moving forward with Sydney and Gail taking the leads again, with Kevin Williamson directing. But what about Scream 8? I mean, brother, let's face it, Scream 7 will not be the last in the franchise. Money talks, and in this industry, that shit doesn't just talk.
Sorry for cussing. Sorry, I'm getting heated here. I don't know what's going on.
It yells. And with the conclusion of Scream 7, that should also be the conclusion to Spyglass's run. And them having to see all this backlash should and could consider them selling the rights, thus creating a chance that Melissa might return to this franchise. Some recent news in regards to the Meat Twins have started to put a slight wedge in the cogs of my vision. That being the twins just not appearing in Scream 7 at all.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But brother, you know I have a solution. The answer to the no twins problem in Scream 7 is to obviously wait until a possible return of Sam and Tara in a future installment. Because let's face it, as much as I love both Chad and Mindy, they were only supporting cast. They were 2 of the 4. And since 2 plus 2 equals 4, not having Sam and Tara was leaving the core 4 in half. So Scream 7 doesn't really need Chad and Mindy since they also don't really have a relationship with either Sydney or Gail. Save them for a possible reconnection of the core 4, baby.
We are the core fucking 4.
Thank you very much.
CinemaCon 2024. A massive event that ran from April 8th to April 11th, where many of the big hitters in the industry announced many of their upcoming projects and important news. Basically Minecon, but for us movie observers. And yes, I'm like 29% sure that just might be an actual word. Anyways, one thing the Miramax label at Paramount, under new boss Jonathan Glickman, announced was their return to the Scary Movie franchise. For those of you that have sadly not seen any of those movies, they are horror comedy parodies of popular horror franchises. The Wayans brothers basically joke about a lot of stereotypes and plot points that many of these franchises consistently had. And take a guess. What horror franchise was the primary target of the original Scary Movie? Scream? What were you thinking, Scream? Nope, it was Scream. Scary Movie even chose its name because of Scream. Hear me out. Scream was originally going to be titled Scary Movie because of a Michael Jackson song, but it was later changed to what we know today. The storyline to the first Scary Movie and even its characters all also align with Scream. I mean, look at this dude. Cindy, Sydney, come on now, Dewey, Doofy. Damn, my boy Dewdrop wrong with that, dog. We even got Billy, but instead Bobby.
Brother?
So it's obvious that Scream played a huge role in Scary Movie, but my evidence doesn't just end there. I call Melissa Barrera to the stand. Now Melissa, riddle me this. Are you or are you not a fan of the Scary Movie franchise?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Was that a yes?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Oh, dope. So you were a fan of the franchise?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Alright, easy enough. Now answer me this one. Could you see yourself in that very franchise?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Your Honor, I rest my case. According to IGN, what she actually said is, "I always loved those movies," Barrera told Inverse. "When I saw it announced, I was like, oh, that would be fun. That would be so fun to do." So bear with me on this. Melissa is down to reprise her role as Sam Carpenter, but just not with Spyglass. And she has stated how she wants to be in the upcoming revival of the Scary Movie franchise. Y'all still with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Bet that. Now, the Scary Movie franchise doesn't only mock popular horror franchises, it also tends to be more meta in the same vein as Scream, just a little more silly. Now, what would be more meta than this? Melissa Barrera reprising her role as Sam Carpenter in the Scary Movie franchise.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
I can see it now. Some of the things that they can play on are the messy situation Spyglass created by firing her, and the passing of the torch scenario. Imagine Cindy, Anna Faris's character, makes her return to pass the metaphorical final girl torch to Sam, just as Sydney did in Scream 5. Now boys, I am grown. I know this is not very likely to happen, but crazier things have happened. To me, the ball is in the team behind Scary Movie 6's court, because Melissa's down, I'm down, and I'm sure you're down if you're still watching. Which, by the way, if you are,
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
according to IGN, though the studio didn't dive into specific, we know that Neil H. Horowitz, best known for his work on the Sonic the Hedgehog films and The Boys, is attached to the next film and will serve as its producer. I don't know about you, but if they are attached to The Boys, then they gotta be willing to push the envelope a little. One thing I know for sure is that many had that fear and even still do, me included. The fear that Scary Movie 6 won't stick to the magic the Wayans brothers were cooking.
Someone cooked here.
The scary thing is that we just won't know until at least the trailer is released or until the movie just comes out. And the fact that we still have a while before even a trailer doesn't really help, but sometimes it just really do be like that. Since Scary Movie 6 was only recently announced, it will be a while till we get a confirmation, but it's fun to theorize with you boys, so be sure to leave your theories and thoughts in the comments below. Brian Duffield, an American film director and screenwriter, recently tweeted about this very topic, one that got many fellow horror fans riled up and eager to see it. So maybe I'm onto something here. I don't know, maybe it's just a film theory, but it seems I'm not the only one that thinks it can happen. Nor am I the only one craving to see it come to fruition.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied. Boom, boom. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
Damn, that's a big old word. But I'm just in that mindset, brother. Matter of fact, if we want to go full conspiracy, I could mention how IGN is using an image of Melissa Barrera portraying Sam Carpenter in their Scary Movie reboot rating. Granted, there's not much at all in the rating, literally 2 other images and that's it, but why include it? Does IGN know something we don't? Like how those Marvel toys spoil the movies? Yeah, it's elite and it's a decent sized one at that, but I had to mention it as it does add more evidence to my claims. Regardless, in time, we will have all our answers. But in the meantime, we can hope. Do you want Melissa to reprise her role as Sam in the Scary Movie reboot? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Also, this new horror movie by M. Night Shyamalan looks to make waves. Click here to learn more about that. As always, I appreciate you, stay chill, and I'll see y'all next time.
Cause let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel.